Hello, Dr. Trimble. I'm Jacob Hamilton, and this is my personal branding final presentation for uh, Marketing 363 class. So I'm just going to start off by going through my personal branding assignments, kind of outlining what they said and how uh, I measured like their success or measured their unsuccess. Personal branding number one was the experience brief, and that was kind of outlining how I wanted after graduation what I wanted to do as a get a position as a chemistry consultant at a chemistry company, um, preferably in Chicago, with a starting salary around $50,000 to $60,000 a year. Just to kind of get that experience that I kind of wanted in consulting because I am a chemistry major, but also my real passion and focus I want to be in more of a business setting. So that's kind of the job that I'm going for with the consulting job. Uh, so I kind of wanted to highlight my chemistry research, my marketing experience, and my working in a team ability, and also as well as leadership, because I have done two chemistry research projects here at Millikan and one at Washington University over the summer. I've had marketing experience at a company called Livevox. I was actually a telemarketer, which is kind of an interesting experience where you sure know how to take no as an answer or not as an answer and kind of push that sale. And I think that's really useful not only in chemistry but also in just a general business setting. And then leadership and working in a team. I'm also currently the president of Alpha Tau Omega here at Millikan, so that's kind of displaying how I am a leader on campus and also in organizations. And also, I wanted to highlight my awards. I was awarded the Dr. and Mrs. William F. Henderson Prizes, which was an award for excellence in chemistry. So I really wanted to drive home that point that I am competent in chemistry and research and all of that good stuff. And then personal branding two, my Instagram story. I really wanted to focus on my research for this one. And the research that I do at Millikan as well as the research that I did at Washington University. But both of them had to do with lasers and physical chemistry. So the first picture was of me with my laser and my little 3D printed box that I had, and also the kind of half of the setup of uh, my instrument, because I am actually creating an instrument for my research, which is kind of interesting, and people might want to know or inquire more about it, which is why I chose this as my story. Also, there is a boomerang again with me and my research equipment, and a reverse video of me doing optics equations was the third picture, and then there's a live video of me kind of explaining who I am, what my major is, and what my plans are in the future, which kind of goes with the experience brief. And determining the effectiveness of this post um, would be from screenshots, or if I wanted to follow up with my followers and kind of inquire what they thought about my posts, if they have any questions about my my activities, my research at Millikan, that sort of thing. And again, I just wanted to kind of drive home that science and scientific research does require a lot of free thinking and a lot of process improvement, which is really applicable to uh, chemistry, business, and consulting. Kind of that entrepreneurial mindset of doing scientific research. And personal branding number three was a LinkedIn post where I again talked about my scientific research with my optical tweezers. Um, And I just talked about kind of the performance learning aspect of that because I know it's really important to Millikan to really emphasize performance learning in all aspects of uh, the university. So I focused on how I developed my skills um, and kind of created my own knowledge from other people's knowledge. So for this optical tweezer, you don't really need to know what that is, but I am creating my own instrument based off of other instruments that I've seen. So I've done a lot of literature research and uh, as well as just asking people from other universities that have similar setups how they have constructed their optical tweezer. So it's kind of the performance learning that I'm doing is actually like real research where I'm kind of independent and focusing on uh, the science research aspect of performance learning. Also, I got some other skills such as 3D printing. I also focused on that, learning how to effectively teach myself how to 3D print, create objects for my instrument because it's cheap and it's a easy way to create what you want instead of having to go out and buy those parts. And just overall, performance learning is, I kind of emphasize that it's a great way to get students out of the classroom and do their own research. And then personal branding number 4 was a blog post about some sort of other performance learning that I've heard about, and one that I really enjoy learning about and listening to people sometimes complain about is the Millikan University nursing clinical performance learning. I interviewed 3 nursing students, and they really they explained to me that the clinical nursing is special in the way that it gets you in a hospital and teaches you things pretty much on the job. You're working with your hands, you're learning from other nurses, you're seeing actual patients, and you're getting that experience. So, again, the performance learning with that got them out of the classroom, got them to do their own, have their own experiences, try, fail, try again. And that's kind of one of the things that is really special about performance learning, not only in science, but also in nursing. And those posts didn't really do all too well. I don't really have that much of a LinkedIn presence, so they got 3 likes each, and really the way that you can measure those are views and likes. So I think my LinkedIn post had 8 views and 3 likes, and I haven't really looked at the blog post, but that is how you would measure the effectiveness of the post. And then personal branding 5, walking tour. I just kind of went around campus and showed places that kind of helped me grow into who I am today. Started with the athletics office. I'm on the tennis team. That's why I came to Millikan. Dolson Hall. That was my freshman year. You do a lot of growing. You have to do laundry for the first time. You have to cook for yourself, all that stuff. Pilling Chapel. That's where my fraternity has a chapter. So that's where I really grew into these leadership positions on campus. And then again, Leidy Tabor Science Center, which is where I do my research for Millikan University. So those are places that I really have helped me become who I am and find who I want to be post Millikan graduation. And then I think my best effort was my Instagram story because it was fun. Maybe it didn't work all that well. I might have not gotten that many screenshots, likes, or views, but I worked with what I had, and I had a fun time doing it and kind of creating my own content. And then my future plans for personal branding are to get my follower game up and try to become more credible in the field that I want, so consulting, chemistry, that sort of thing. So that is me. That is my personal branding. I thought it went well, and thank you for a great semester of marketing and digital media.